Hey everyone, JR10 aka Desert Gold. Just kind of kicking back on a Sunday afternoon. Looking like there might be a storm blowing in, so just sitting down fiddling with some things. I was curious. I had done a video I think it's about a week now, why I wouldn't buy any more Adams Arms piston systems. As you know, I don't give a rat's rump about thumbs down or popularity or whatnot. If you don't believe me, go check out my why I would not buy a Glock 26 video and just check at the carnage on that one, and I haven't taken it down, so yeah, I don't care. But what did kind of intrigue me more than get me upset was I had a few dislikes on it, and they were either Adams Arms fanboys or my loyal troll army just keeping an eye on me. But what I thought I would do is just do a quick video showing why the Superlative Arms system is such a better system, at least in my arena, with the SBR that I was putting together, or I did put together. This is its current state right now. As you can see, it looks a lot different than what you saw the last time it was up on film. The problem I was having was it wasn't persistent, but enough to be annoying, was overgassing. And the situation in most cases wouldn't be as pronounced as the one I had because of the muzzle brake that I was using. As you recall, or may not recall, I was using the primary weapon system flash hider slash muzzle brake. And if you haven't seen the inside of one of these, it's kind of an interesting setup. The front piece screws off, and you can see it's a cone shape. So basically, this acts like a baffle and directs the blast forward and away from the shooter, and then you have your flash suppressor part of it. So basically you have the brake restricting a lot of that force back on you, and then the flash suppressor, and it screws together like this. What the end result though is that there is a heck of a lot of back pressure generated by this system, and I knew there would be. I was hoping that the Adams Arms gas piston would be able to handle that with their suppressor setting. Now, to not get into this too deeply and belabor and bore everybody to tears and send people running to the fridge for beers. Tears and beers, hey, pretty damn cool. Anyway, this is the Adams Arms gas block. Here you have at the 9 o'clock position, you have a notch, and when the detent, this detent is sitting in that position, the gas piston can be inserted or removed. Moving it from the 9 o'clock to the 12 o'clock is full open on the gas port. And you go to, I want to call it about 1 o'clock. This is position right here. And that's the suppressor position. And then you have the 3 o'clock position, and that is completely closed. So basically, if you look at this, even though there's 4 positions, only 2 of them affect gas flow. And that is the 12 o'clock, as I said, full open, and suppressor at about 1 o'clock. So I was using the system in the suppressed mode, and I also was alternating between the light mass, low mass I should say, bolt carrier and the standard bolt carrier. There was an increased, or I should say a noticeable diminish in the bolt follow, or hammer follow I should say, on the carrier with the binary trigger I have in there. And like I said, I'm not going to get into all of this, but the bottom line is, with the original Franklin binary trigger, the faster this moves, the less hammer follow you're going to get. So you put in a low mass bolt carrier and you put in a higher power recoil spring, low mass buffer, and things start scampering along in there. The bottom line though is that with this moving as fast as it was, and with the back pressure from the brake on the rifle, I ran into a situation where there was a lot of overgassing. Let's see if I can give you one of the symptoms here. You're not going to see it in this light. The brass deflector was getting dinged up pretty good, indicating that brass was hitting there pretty good. And I was getting cases being thrown in front of me, and the timing on the bolt carrier was just way off. I'm getting failure to feed, failure to eject. It was just a classic overgassing situation. I had enough of it. So this is what I will be moving to, and this is another Superlative Arms gas block. Okay, so why is this any better? This block has, like all others, a gas piston. I don't know if you can see it, but at the end of this there's an opening in the gas piston. All right, this is where the gas enters. This is the gas block itself, and you can see here is the adjustment screw. Now, what makes this superior, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get enough light on this for you to see, but right next, come on, right next to it, let me see if I can get some light on it. Every time I put light on something, it never works, but can You see that little hole right next to the gas adjustment screw? That's a bleed port. So right now this adjustment screw is screwed out to 4.5 turns. So each turn has 4 clicks that are audible and you can feel when you're adjusting this. So 18 clicks brings us out to 4.5 turns, and that's full open on the gas block. Now, how is this an advantage? Well, first of all, if you're not dealing with a back pressure like I am, you have already 18 different positions to finely tune your gas block on a regular system. But I have another need. I want to further expel gas that I don't need from my system. So what do? You just, where's the wrench? Of course, I don't have it. Oh, here it is. I don't know why I'm going for the wrench. I shake so much, nobody's gonna see it. But anyway, this is now at full open. So if I continue to turn in the opening or counterclockwise, it's going to bring the screw out even more. Okay? Well, what's that going to do? What that does is it positions this gas key along the tube inside the gas block, allowing gas to vent instead of going up the tube to the rifle, or as a suppressor mode in the Adams arm system, where it blocks some of that pressure and just sends it all into the barrel, back into the barrel, and you either get it blown back in your face, or as I was noticing, I was taking the rifle apart and it looked like a direct impingement system. It was so dirty inside, and that was bugging me too, because the one advantage I like about piston systems is how clean they keep, clean and cool, I should say. They keep the bolt carrier group. So what this does by moving it further out is it starts venting excess gas out the front, not back into the barrel, not back into your face. And not only that, there are as many adjustment points on the bleed aspect of this system as there are the restrictive part of the system. So if you back this out to, say, 9.5 turns, what is that, 32, 36 individual settings that you can fine-tune your gas block, vent the gas out the front, and it allows you to use restrictive brakes and or flash suppressors without changing your gas pressure system or gas pressure requirements on the bolt carrier, and adjusting them to what you need, and not trying to figure out how to get the system to work with an antiquated gas block. The bottom line is this has far more finite adjustments than the older Adams arm system, allowing for use of not only a variety of different brakes and flash suppressors, but you also get away from the need to use proprietary type. And this isn't per se proprietary, because this is a Samson brake or handguard, but it was designed to work with the Adams arms gas block. So if you get, say, a BCM or even a Samson without the cutout, then you are able to slide this underneath the rail, have a more uniform and, in my opinion, a much sleeker looking system, and still have the ability to fine-tune everything that you need to on the system. I was hoping to keep this shorter, but you know, it's hard to discuss something that's kind of, in my opinion, somewhat intricate. This is definitely hands down the best brake on the market, or I'm sorry, gas block on the market. And for you DI guys that just don't want to get into gas piston systems, check out their gas block for DI systems. It's cheaper and it has all the same functions as far as adjustability for whatever system you're running. You can dial this down so felt recoil is next to nothing on the system. Anyway, hope you guys all had a good Sunday. I'm gonna go drink some more beer, and you guys have a good day. Have fun, be safe.